Hello YouTube! Welcome back to Wonder Fair. I'm Meredith Moore here in Lawrence, Kansas with another very special unboxing video for you. Today we're getting back to our Kansas-y roots with a little bit of an Evel Knievel unboxing. He would leap a motorcycle over a big line of motorcycles, and I'm going to open a box on top of a pile of boxes. So you see how they're basically the same level of risk and excitement for the audience at home. So let's see how we go. Hope everyone's safe. Don't try this at home. And if this goes well, next time I'm going to open a box on top of a pile of 6 boxes. So we might need a ladder for that one. Check back in a couple of weeks. So today we're going to open a box from Jibun Techo, or Techo. I say that wrong mostly and I apologize. So whichever way you'd like it, that's what we're going to open. Jibun Techo, made by Kokuyo, who make a lot of great stationery products using the Tomoe river paper, which is so wonderful for fountain pennings in particular. So, you know they taped it up real good. I've come a long, long way. So far so good. I mean, you'd almost think this is just movie magic that I managed to open that box so smoothly on top of all these boxes. They've also included a flat profile piece of corrugate. That's all, just all right. Some paper for the cat. There you go, Dave. Yeah. Good times. That's for him. Wow. Okay, lots of paper here. Good. Dave, it's your lucky day. Okay, so that'll keep Dave busy. Meanwhile, let us begin the extraction. First up in the Jibun Techo box is, confusingly, a Midori product. Back orders, everyone. That's the kind of thing you don't get in an unboxing video made by the retail client. Only here, when you are running the shop and buying wholesale, will you receive your back order with your new order. So thank you so much. We've been waiting for these business diaries from Midori, but that's not what I'm about today. Wasting our flavor. What we're here for are the Jibun Techos. Really pretty colorway this year. This is just the basic book without the extra life book and the diary included, or the extra logs. So this is just going to be the calendar version of the Jibun Techo. If you've already bought the life book, you don't need to buy that a second time unless you've started a second life, and I'm not here to judge you about that. You, in that case, might need a second life book, but for most folks, this is all you're going to need to start tracking 2019. And one thing I really love about Jibun Techo is they actually start their diary planner in November. So many of us are eager to start the year as soon as that election comes around, which is in November, register to vote. So if that's you, you might want a Jibun Techo because you can just start cranking right away. Mark down that election date and look ahead to the future. So Jibun Techo, here's the mini size, so a little bit smaller. And it comes in a few other colors. Again, if you're starting your second life, as we mentioned, that election is coming. So this is the version that's a little bit thicker. Includes a cover with an elastic strap. Also includes the life book, which lets you track your lifetime of accomplishments and goals. If you want to learn more about that, find our previous video from last year, or any of a number of them that have popped up online since then. But I think this is a really wonderful gift, or a gift to yourself if you want to try to organize more long term. So, we got some blue and some red in the mini. We learned last year that people really preferred the colored covers to the white covers, which is something I understand completely. Though the white cover you can decorate yourself, any cover comes out of the sleeve. You just open that book up and pull the paper out and add your own cover to the book. Got lots of minis here. Mini for people with single lives, mini for people with double lives. We also have one of the most popular Kokuyos, the underlay mats. You might think it's something you don't need, but that paper's a little bit thinner with Tomoe River, so if you add an underlay mat under your writing page, it might help you from indenting the next page beneath, or if you use a really juicy ink, It'll ensure that you don't get any bleed through, though Tomo River paper mostly solves that for you. Underlay mat, very useful and beautiful. With a grid if you like to keep things nicely measured. Something new to us this year, last year we didn't stock any of the Jibun Techo that just had their blank, beautiful book with no cover, and this year we are. So if you're a person who wants to just let it all hang out, you just want that naked book, this will be the Jibun Techo for you. It has exposed spines so you can see the binding tape and each beautiful stitch-bound page. So it's kind of nice to look under the hood a little bit. So keep that in mind if you already have a cover or you want to keep things simple. Moving along, of course, in the slightly narrow and tall A5, the regular size, we have that with just the single life books. We also have some in stock in the double life books. This is a well-packed box. I can't even slip my finger down inside here. Good thing we have such a sturdy foundation to build upon. Digging through, again, the naked version. This is the Biz planner, however, so the paper is a little different. It's that slightly heavier paper that's a little bit more archival. So perhaps they call it the Biz because they believe that you would never want to destroy your business records. I'm not going to cast aspersions on anyone who would. And if you want to keep your business records archival, you might want to look into the Biz edition. We've heard some people say it was less fountain pen friendly and others say it was even better, so we'll let y'all argue about that amongst yourselves. Sounds like probably something to do with what pens and inks you use. Thick piles. Just going way deep here. Ooh, a very nice dusty blue color this year. I'm digging it. Naked covers, dusty covers. Yellow! You can guess which is my favorite color because I don't lose it on my desktop. Feeling good about that. And some reddish pinks. Very nice. I was carefully working around our Biz editions. We learned a valuable lesson. People don't know how to see if a Biz edition is glossy or matte when it's inside a glossy plastic cover. So why buy both? This year I made the executive decision to just buy the matte cover because your fingerprints don't show up on it. And if you're like me, maybe you want your planner to always look nice, like no one's ever touched it, and all your work's just getting done by magic. So that was my executive decision. I hope I made the right one. More beautiful, plain, uncovered versions. Excellent. Business editions. I'm really getting down to the new stuff now. Not that there's anything wrong with a trusty standard. It doesn't always have to be new stuff. Planner people know that best. All right. That is a veritable mountain of Jibun Techo planners. Let's move on to what else is in here. This year I was able to buy covers. These are canvas covers for the Jibun Techo. Let's look at one. They wrap it in plastic in such a way that you don't even have to open it to look inside. That's next level. I see a lot of fountain pen case users who want a fully zipped outer edge so they can keep their pen better inside with their planner, and this is going to do that for you. No opening, you zip all the way around the edge. It does include one pin loop and some pockets, and it looks like it's going to have a nice alleyway for a pin because the Jibun Techo is pretty narrow. There will still be a lot of space to hold at least one writing tool. Maybe a couple if you use something finer and narrower like pencils and ballpoints. So that's very exciting. I went way outside my comfort zone and got some red colors and a very nice dark navy. That's going to be excellent. If you don't use a Jibun Techo but you just love notebook covers, there's no reason you can't combine it with another planner that fits. They also have made a slightly closer to the fabric of a Hobonichi cover. This cover just has a standard opening but includes an elastic strap on the back. So you could easily use it as a wallet to slide in extra papers and things. It's got a big front pocket where you can slip your phone down inside or just throw your phone away this year and use just the Jibun Techo. I dare you. So something to consider. Got that in a couple of colors as well, including this very pretty, I must say, sort of a teal blue that's very shiny. Wow, that's a good one. Okay, moving on. All right, last but not least, and most new to us, also most sticky things, keeping me from getting inside of it. Oh, now I understand. Bookended by Midori products. Confusing, but nice. This is another back order. This smells like when you go into your father's pocketbook in the 1980s. Very plasticky and delicious. Recommend. Just a little pocket schedule, nothing too fancy. It uses the business diary Midori paper, so it's really nice paper. Has a lot of monthly openings and a little bit of note space in the back. So again, once you've gotten rid of your phone, you're going to have that empty pocket in your breast coat pocket, and you can just slide one of these in, keep track of everything. Thank you for the follow-up, Midori. Appreciate getting these. Ooh, and a tinier version, if your gear is going to be a little shorter than everybody else's. And last but not least, it's all of these little bitty sticky notes from Kokuyo also. People couldn't really get on board with sticky notes last year. I'm here to explain to you why Kokuyo sticky notes are the best. They're already designed metrically to perfectly match the squares on your notebook. So if you goof up a page, you can just take a sticky note and slap it right on top of your goof up. Or that thing you said you do, and then you're like, I'm not doing that. And then you just put a sticky note there and you don't have to think about it ever again. So consider the Jibun Techo sticky notes. These I got because they're designed to be checklists that you can move from page to page. There's a bunch of graph paper and then a little box where you can check off a task that's completed. And let's say you don't quite finish on one week, just pull that sticky note off your page, move that checklist to the next week. Ad infinitum, and feel good about your accomplishments. So this has been an unusually information-filled unboxing, but I feel like that's what Evel Knievel would have done. He was all about educating people about how motorcycles worked, and I know that because he, I believe, went to high school or something in Topeka, which is right next door to Lawrence. So I was born with an innate knowledge of Evel Knievel, and I think that shows in the way I so easily handled this box, and I hope that my luck holds out when we attempt this again next week with a higher stack of boxes. Wonderfair.